Breaking news. Utahns still care a lot about what happens in Ukraine, according to the poll, but they are less motivated to actually help. With a new speaker in place, the proposed $106 billion national security package from the Biden administration has been brought back up for debate. This package includes aid for Israel and Ukraine. Vice President Joe Biden discussed the plan with new House Speaker Mike Johnson and top Democrat Hakeem Jeffries on Thursday. According to the Associated Press, Johnson, a conservative, has shown little interest in Congress giving more money to Ukraine in its war with Russia. House Republicans, according to Johnson, will introduce a separate bill to give Israel $14.5 billion in aid first because they want more details about the Biden administration's strategy for Ukraine. In an interview with Fox News, Hannity, the day after his inauguration, Johnson said, "We can't allow Vladimir Putin to prevail in Ukraine because I don't believe it would stop there. As a result, China might feel emboldened to make a move toward Taiwan. These are our main worries. We won't leave them behind." Nearly 2 years into the conflict, Utahns' interest in the Russia-Ukraine war is waning, but still high, according to a new Deseret News, Hinckley Institute of Politics poll. With Russia's unprovoked attack on Ukraine in February 2022, the survey found that 61% of respondents are either very closely or somewhat following the war. Although Utahns agree that the United States should respond to the ongoing war, they disagree on what form that response should take. Currently, 55% of respondents believe the United States is making adequate efforts, while 25% do not. 25% are in the dark. As of March 2022, 42% of respondents to a Deseret News, Hinckley Institute poll approved of the job being done by the United States, while 41% disapproved. Lukashenko of Belarus claims a standstill in the Ukraine-Russia war and calls for negotiations. Alexander Lukashenko, authoritarian leader of Belarus and ally of Russian President Vladimir Putin, said over the weekend that Russia and Ukraine are at a deadlock on the front lines of their war and that the two sides need to sit down and negotiate an end to the conflict. "There are enough problems on both sides, and in general the situation is now seriously stalemate. No one can do anything and substantively strengthen or advance their position," Lukashenko said. "They're locked in a death match with each other. People are dying." The White House reported this week that Russian forces were continuing to advance near the destroyed Donetsk city of Avdiivka despite taking heavy casualties. However, the vast frontline in Ukraine has hardly budged in the past year despite Kyiv's arduous months-long offensive. Ukraine's demands for Russia to quit its territory needs to be resolved at the negotiating table, according to Lukashenko, who has provided his country's territory as a launchpad for Putin's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, so nobody dies. "We need to sit down at the negotiating table and come to an agreement," Lukashenko said in a question-and-answer video published on the website of the Belarusian state news agency Belta. "As I've said before, there are no prerequisites. The crucial step is issuing the stop order." At a meeting on Saturday with more than 60 national security advisors, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky once again insisted that his 10-point peace plan, which includes calls to restore Ukraine's territorial integrity, is the only way to end the war. Lydia Kelly of Melbourne contributed reporting, and Raju Gopalakrishnan edited the final draft.